Yo, what's up, Conflict? Man, you beat Eight-Legged Ape in here today. Sheesh. You beat the man, the myth, the legend into the stream. What's up, Driven? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Shannon, Quentin, what's up? God, it feels like I've been gone for ages. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. We'll start at 5 o'clock Central. You got the first like? That's what's up. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, the subscribe button. Michael Washington, what's up, buddy? Go give us a retweet over on X, like our post on Reddit, whatever you can do. It helps out tremendously. We need all eyes on us tonight because we're going to take down. We are going to take down. Is the music too loud? I'll turn it down a little bit if it's too loud. Took a break from DFS. You ready to eat tonight? Well, you picked a hell of a slate to come back to. This is a really weird slate. We're going to get into it here in about 3 minutes. Guys, if you're not members, join our Discord. It is linked down below in the description. You can ask me questions in there at any time, and I'm happy to help you guys out. You can always ask me questions in the show, but after the slate locks, if you have questions, you can always reach me in the Discord. We got a free section, we got a premium section. I'll always answer the free questions. It does not matter if you are a free member or a paid member. But for 20 bucks, you can get our projections and access to the core 24/7. I always post it in there. So if you can't make the show, you can still get the core. I'm a little concerned Eight-Legged Ape's not in here. He's never missed a show. It's like LeBron James is going to be our chalk of the chalk today. Currently pulling 40% ownership, followed by Wendell Carter's 37%. Interesting, interesting. Give it about 2 more minutes for people to join, then we'll start in here. Such a weird slate, guys. What's up, Darren? Every game on the slate except for one has a 10-point or higher spread. So what's up, Chubbs? We're gonna have to play a little differently than we normally play. You guys know I'm a firm believer in you cannot predict a blowout. With that being said, 4 of the 5 games tonight are predicted to blow out. You just got to play the odds. So we're going to have to look for players, and when I'm talking about them, I'm going to let you know if I believe they're blowout proof or not, that are going to get full run. I'll start with the Lakers. They have a hard time putting anyone away. They don't really blow anyone out. So I feel pretty good about the Lakers tonight. The Knicks starters always play full run. That's just how their coach does it. He runs his starters into the ground. So Knicks and Lakers, probably my 2 favorite teams to target. And then Portland, really like Scoot Henderson. He's just priced so damn high, but I think he starts again tonight. He's been playing some wonderful basketball. But let's get into it, going position by position, guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows almost every day. completely free. Did we get news that Boucher is ruled out? Flexia, thank you for the repost, buddy. It helps tremendously. Yeah, Chris Boucher is ruled out. Probably not going to do a lot for me. Might get just a couple more shares of Olynyk. Starting off at point guard, Tyrese Maxey. He's not grading out great for me. He's not. But Denver's just been getting killed by guards lately. I don't mind Maxey today. I really don't. He's pulling 16% ownership. I'd probably want to be around 15%. Jalen Brunson, he's grading out all right for me. As far as these top price guards go, he's probably the best one grading out in our projections. I don't mind him, but I just prefer Cat today. Karl Anthony Towns, probably one of my favorite plays today. But I just said I like the Knicks, so if you land on Brunson, I'm happy with it. Jamal Murray, I'm not really there. And he's pulling 22% ownership. I'm just not on Murray today. Or Westbrook, for that matter. I just cannot rely on him consistently. Solid matchup. Don't mind the matchup. If you land on him, you know, I'm not going to talk you out of it, but I just don't think he's a must-have piece today. Tyler Hero's questionable. I'm not so sure that he plays today. We'll get that news before lock. If he plays, I just think he's okay. But if he sets, I think that opens up some value. There's the man right there. What's up, 8? You ain't missed nothing other than I said I like Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson today. I started at the normal time. The slate just locks 30 minutes later today. I was worried about you, but you're here. You haven't missed nothing. Austin Reeves, I really like. He's only pulling 20% ownership. You guys know we like to target guards against Washington. They rank dead last in the NBA against guards, and I want exposure to this Lakers team today. Now, of course, everyone's going to be looking at AD and LeBron, but I think Austin Reeves is very sneaky today. He's got the upside. We've seen him hit 60 fantasy points less than a month ago. The matchup doesn't get better for Austin Reeves, and I know 20% ownership seems like a lot, but compared to the rest of the Lakers guys, it's really not. I want to be over the field on Austin Reeves today. D'Lo, he's a core piece for me on DK. On FanDuel, I cannot pay $7,400 for him. Now, if you want to get different, I'm sure D'Lo is going to be in 8-legged apes lineups tonight. I can't in good conscience tell you to play him at $7,400. It's just a bad play in my opinion. But I will say that he's going to shoot the ball a lot tonight. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants tonight because nobody on the team is of his skill level, in my opinion. Really like some Jordan Poole tonight. As I stated, I do not believe the Lakers are just going to blow out Washington. They have a hard time blowing out teams for whatever reason, I don't know. They seem to play down to their competition. I think if the Wizards are staying in this one, it's because of Jordan Poole. Really like Poole tonight. And the Lakers rank 26 against the guard position. So happy to get to Jordan Poole, and he's only pulling 11% ownership. The only one lower than him is D'Lo at 3%. Westbrook, I kind of touched on him when I talked about Murray. He's just hasn't had a good game in over a week, pretty much 2 weeks. I'm not there. Yeah, they do driven. I don't get it. A team with as much talent as they have, they're constantly playing down to their competition. All their games seem to be close. It's a guy I really want to touch on here. Probably my favorite low-owned piece of the slate. I say low-owned, he's pulling 11%, but really, nobody is 11% or lower other than Poole and Russell above him on the chart here. Plenty of people below him are higher than 11% owned. But Scoot Henderson, if he gets to start again tonight, I'm going to happily have him in my lineups. He's not grading out great in my projections. This is more of a watching basketball and eyeballing it. What's up, Kyle? Scoot, he started last game for Shaden Sharp, played 38 minutes, dropped 47 fantasy points. If he's starting again tonight, I've got to have exposure to Scoot Henderson. Really like him tonight. We're getting a lot of news. What all are we getting here? This is for tomorrow. This is for tomorrow. It's all for tomorrow. My bad, guys. Uh, yeah, I'll touch on Kuzma in a minute, Michael. I just don't believe in Kuzma's game at all, but you do have that revenge narrative. Simons, he's questionable. I think he plays. Not really interested in him at that price point. Just give me Scoot Henderson for $100 more. Cole Anthony, if he plays, I think is a very solid play. I'm happy to get Cole Anthony in my lineups. He's questionable with an illness. I'm not sure if he goes or not. If he sets, I'm going to love Anthony Black. If he plays, I'm going to love Cole Anthony. So whichever one of those two guys starts, I'm rocking. Terry Rozier, he's been alright lately. I don't mind Terry and some GPPs, but I would like him much more if Tyler Hero sets. Just touched on Anthony Black. If Cole Anthony plays, I'm not going to get that much of him, but if Cole Anthony sets, I'm happy to rock some Anthony Black in my lineups. We're getting more news. What do we got now? Robert Williams is available to play. Simons is available to play. So, Simons, we just touched on him. He's going to play, and so is Robert Williams. Bub Carrington's just a GPP play for me. I can never trust that guy. Miles McBride will never be in another roster I make. Chubbs knows why. This guy was a core piece for us a couple weeks ago, and then after a lock, he just didn't play. If you roster him predicting a blowout, I don't mind it, but I would just be very wary. The Knicks starters pretty much play the whole game. And they played a lot more campaign recently. I would be more intrigued to go to campaign, honestly. But neither one of them I really care for, except in a GPP. Yeah, so do I, Chubb. So do I. Davion Mitchell, I am never happy having this guy in my lineup, but if he's starting again tonight, which I believe he is expected to, yeah. OnStar's got him expected to. In a GPP, he's 3,900. I get it if he lands in your lineups. Then nobody else I'm really interested in. Banton in a deep GPP if you think the game's going to blow out, which I expect that one too. But nobody else are sticking out for me at all. Moving over to the 2-guard. Paul George, if he plays, is absolutely fine. He's questionable. I'm not sure if he's playing or not. I haven't read any kind of news that would indicate one way or the other. I probably prefer Maxey and Oubre over Paul George tonight, but Paul's fine. Talked about most of these guys already. Kelly Oubre. Michael just asked about him. I actually love Kelly Oubre tonight. Now, he's not grading out the best for me, but it's another one kind of like the Scoot Henderson deal. You just got to look a little deeper. Denver, I told you when I was talking about Maxey, they're terrible against guards. Oubre should play the 2-guard tonight. And if his shot's falling, he's going to pay off this salary. So, Oubre only pulling 16% ownership. Don't mind him at all. Talked about Simons, talked about Anthony. Mikal Bridges, I mean, he's a perfect cash game play. I do not play cash games, but you look at his stat line, you know what you're going to get from the guy. He's had 160 fantasy point game, but that was an outlier. You're going to get between 30 and 36 fantasy points almost every time you play him. That being said, his last 3 games he scored 27, 26, 28. He just doesn't have the tournament winning upside in my opinion. So I would look at other Knicks tonight if it were me. Yeah, Denver's been playing great lately. Shadon Sharp, I don't have interest in tonight. I'm probably not going to have a single share of Sharp. He come off the bench last game. Now, he still played 33 minutes off the bench. So, if you want to roster him, I understand it. He's getting the minutes, but I just would rather play Scoot Henderson tonight, who I think has a much higher upside. Bilal Colaby probably going to be in a lot of my lineups tonight just because of price point and how he's grading. He's not a great basketball player in my opinion, but he's getting the minutes. I think he's a player that is blowout proof in case this game does get out of hand. Has played 33 or more minutes in 4 straight games. Probably going to have a lot of him. Am I excited about it? No, but he just fits that price point where No one else really in this price range I'm intrigued by at all. Jaime Jaquez is not grading out too well for me. Just a MME play. Talked about Terry Rozier. Kamara was a midday downgrade. We just got news right before the show started. He is sick and is now questionable. If he played, I wouldn't mind him. But if he sits, not sure who that really boosts. I expect Shadon Sharp will start in a spot, and Scoot will continue to start as well. So that doesn't do much for me. Christian Braun, he's been playing well. I guess it was just last game. He had a really good last game, but just kind of a GPP filler for me. Keon Johnson, same, just kind of a GPP filler. Tyrese Martin in a GPP, I don't mind him if you think the game's going to blow out. Grady Dick, just a GPP filler. Ricky Council, if Ricky was cheaper, I would be happy to have him predicting a blowout and such, but his prices went up since he's been playing a lot the last 2 games. I don't mind getting him in a GPP, but I mean, if I'm building a single entry, Ricky is not in it today. Toronto's defense is horrendous, so KCP, happy to have him today. Duncan Robinson, just a GPP guy. Keyshawn George, not much interest. This guy, every time I roster him, he does terrible. Another one of my favorite plays today. He's pulling more ownership because he's cheaper, but it's Max Christie. We talked about Washington's bad defense, and they rank terribly against the guard position. He's pulling 29% ownership, but only $4,200. I'm happy to have Max Christie in my lineups today. He's had 2 terrible games back-to-back, but let's see here. How many is it? Too many to count. Except last game, he's played 30-plus minutes in like 8 or 9 straight games. So, Max Christie, happy to have him today. Eric Gordon, I don't mind him. You think the game blows out, he should get a couple extra minutes. Kind of the same deal with Dalton Connect. Don't mind him if you think it's going to blow out. Just a GPP play. And really no interest in anyone else down through here. Moving over to small forward. LeBron looks fantastic today. LeBron's probably my favorite pay up on the slate. Happy to get to him. Smash spot. Just, you can't ask for a better matchup. Now, he is the most owned player on the slate right now on FanDuel at 40%. So, if you don't want to eat that ownership, I understand it. But no one else in his price range is grading out as well. I think Scotty Barnes is getting a bit overlooked. I know this is not a game environment we want to target against a slow Orlando team, but he's only pulling 13% ownership, and I think he has great upside. I mean, you guys know Scotty Barnes is a baller. Kind of the same thing about Paulo. He's only pulling 17% ownership, and I'm finally comfortable enough to play him again. I think his minutes limit's off, and he should get full run in this game, especially if Cole Anthony misses. He's going to have to do everything if Cole Anthony misses this game. It would make him much more intriguing to me. Josh Hart, I think he's a perfectly viable play. If I had to rank the Knicks today, for me it's Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and then Mikal Bridges. But I think all of them are definitely playable. RJ Barrett pulling next to no ownership at only 6%. I don't mind him in a deep GPP. We know he's got the upside. Jimmy Butler's interesting. Jimmy wants a trade. Jimmy's played like Dookie since requesting that trade. He needs to show off tonight. Am I building around Jimmy Butler in my single entry? No. But I really like Jimmy Butler as a get different piece in an MME. Denny's price has just gotten a bit too much for me. I'll have him in GPPs, but I'm not happy about it. Talked about Oubre, talked about Bridges, and Kyle Kuzma, the man of the day, right? I do not play revenge narrative. I think these guys are professionals. They don't care. And also, Kuzma's played the Lakers since he was a Laker. if you get to him, I think he's fine at this price point. But he has a high ceiling and a low floor. He's the perfect tournament play because he's either going to win it or lose it for you. I'm not going out of my way to get Kyle Kuzma, but if he winds up in my lineup, I'm not panicking. So I think it's just you upload your projections, you put in the guys you want, you optimize, and if he's in it, okay, good deal. If he's not, don't go out of your way to change your lineup around to get him. OG Anunoby, we kind of talked about him going over the Knicks. He's very inconsistent. And over his last 20 games, he's only averaging 0.69 fantasy points per minute. But this is a very easy matchup. So, oh, what did I do? So, I don't mind him. Cam Johnson, I just can't play him because I think he's still going to be on a minutes limit. Now, he's a good basketball player. He's only pulling 7% ownership, so if you land on him, I'm not going to talk you out of it, but his minutes do concern me. Michael Porter Jr., he's just okay. I mean, if he's in my MME lineup, I make sure. Rui Hachimura, probably my least favorite Laker, but he has exceeded value in 3 straight games and played 32 or more minutes in all 3 of those. Gravy matchup. Don't like the price. That's probably what's keeping me off of him. But the Lakers are one of my favorite teams to target tonight, and he's the least owned from them, only being 7% owned. If you land on Rui, I think you're in a good spot tonight. Not interested in Jeremy Grant. We talked about Colby. Talked about most of these guys, actually. Wow. Isaac, questionable. I'm not interested in Isaac. He has burnt me too many times this year. Tristan Da Silva is interesting to me. Another guy I just hate to see in my lineup after I hit optimize because he always lets me down. But he's been having to play more minutes. Has played 31 minutes in back-to-back games. That'll probably remain the same. Maybe even gain a minute or two if Isaac misses. I think Traveling Queen has upside if he gets the minutes. So if Cole Anthony misses and Jonathan Isaac misses, I think Traveling Queen becomes intriguing. He has upside at only 4,500, and he's only pulling 3% ownership right now. Now, as it sits right now, he is risky. If those two guys play, you're probably not going to get the minutes you need from him. But if they miss, it opens up some time, and I'm happy to get the Queen. Kispert, just a GPP play for me if you think the game blows out. Kind of the same with Jalen Wilson, and I'm not even going to attempt to say it. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Tosan. Him. Bruce Brown, I've read a lot of reports that he may be getting traded to the Heat very soon. So, I'm not going to be there. I might get like him in one lineup out of 150. But maybe the Raptors throw him out there and say, hey, show off what you can do. Try to boost your trade stock. But that's really reaching, guys. Nobody else I'm really interested in. You could play some DFS if you wanted to, but I'm not there. Moved over to power forward. AD looks phenomenal. I'm going to have AD and LeBron tonight. I'm playing 2 single entries. I'm probably rocking LeBron in one and AD in the other. They both look great. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them today. And the matchup is so good. Both of these guys, I think, have 70 fantasy point upside today. But I'm going to be all over both of them. Do I like Duncan Robinson at all today? If Tyler Hero misses, he'll be a GPP play for me, but not a guy I'm playing in single entry. And if you want to compare AD and LeBron, AD's at 21% ownership, LeBron at 40%, and I think it's just a price thing. LeBron's much more accessible at 9,900 than AD is at 11,400. Moving down the line, we talked about most of these guys. Not really interested in Sar. Might have him in a couple GPPs, that's about it. Talked about most of these guys already. If you think the game blows out and Precious gets extra run, you can play him, but 5,800 is just a tough pill to swallow for a guy that's not starting. Yabasule, if he plays, is just okay. 5,700, probably priced where he should be. Aaron Gordon, like was it Chubb said, has been playing really good defensively, but he's just not getting the minutes yet for me to roster him. So I'll probably have no Aaron Gordon. Jovic has been playing plenty of minutes lately. Happy to have him in my lineups. This guy has huge upside. Hero misses, I think that just gives him an extra minute or two. Happy to have Jovic. Then, looking down from here, Noah Clowney's playable. Don't mind him. Should get an extra minute or two tonight with blowout. Justin Edwards, if you think the game's over by halftime, you can throw him in an MME. Kelly Olynyk, he's going to look much better now that Boucher is out. I haven't updated my projections. How do you say his name? Boucher? I don't know. Then no love for any of these guys down here. Moving over to center. Hey, Joker, I'm never going to tell you not to play him. If the game blows out, it's probably because Joker was dominating. So, absolutely in play is always in play. He's only pulling 12% ownership too right now, according to LineStar. But my favorite center on the slate is Karl Anthony Towns, only pulling 4% ownership right now, and I think that has to be a mistake. This guy is just in the prime position. Nobody on this Nets team is going to be able to contain Karl Anthony Towns. Over his last 20 games, he's averaging 1.40 fantasy points per minute, and that's pretty good for a guy who plays 37 minutes a game. I love Cat tonight. I'm going to be above the field on him. My favorite center on the slate, probably my favorite play on the slate. Bam Adebayo, he's grading out pretty good for me against Portland. I'm not there. He hasn't met value in 3 straight games. Just not a player I want to really target tonight. Is Maxey low owned? Right now, Tyrese is 16% owned, which, I mean, it's pretty low. The next 1, 2, 3, 4 people are higher than him, so. At point guard. Podol, if you land on him, he's fine. I mean, we know Wendell Carter has, in the past, had issues with fouls. And if Podol is living at the line tonight, he can definitely pay off his salary. But I'm not going out of my way to target him by any means. DeAndre Ayton's grading out pretty well, but I will say, now that we know that Robert Williams is playing, I'm not as interested in him because he's not going to have to play the full game. He played 37 minutes last game against Chicago. Pretty much, excuse me, pretty much the best matchup a center could have. Dropped 40 fantasy points. You don't need 40 from him today. It would be nice. But he's going against Bam, a much more formidable opponent on the defensive side. And Robert Williams is going to cut into his minutes tonight. That way he doesn't have to play the entire game. Nick Claxton, he's grading out pretty well, but I don't have interest. Pretty much no interest in Clax. Wendell Carter, he's grading out phenomenally. I'm happy to have Wendell Carter in my lineups tonight, but he is the most owned center on the slate at 37%. He's just the safest play, and a lot of people are gravitating to that safe play, and that's okay. If you wind up with Wendell Carter in your lineup tonight, you should feel very good because he's a safe play. Joe Val, he should get some run tonight. I don't mind him in a deep GPP with him only pulling 1% ownership, but I am by no means going to have him in a single entry. If Yabasule's rolled out, Andre Drummond's going to play. I'm happy to have him, and vice versa. If Drummond is rolled out and Yabasule's in, I'm happy to have Yabasule. If they're both in, I don't really care for either one of them. Here's an interesting play. I really like Day'Ron Sharpe if you think this game gets out of hand quickly. Day'Ron is a terrific DFS basketball player. Over his last 20 games, he's had 1.14 fantasy points per minute. I mean, he's just a monster when he gets the minutes. And if you think this game's over by halftime and he gets increased minutes, he is going to be a great play. So I really like some Day'Ron Sharpe tonight. He's grading out really well for me. So that'll do it for FanDuel, and I guess I need to give you guys a core. I was hoping we would get the news on the Magic, Cole Anthony, before I gave the core. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it with Cole Anthony as a core piece, and if we get news that Cole Anthony is out, we're just gonna swap him to Anthony Black. It's that simple of a swap, in my opinion. So that's your first core piece, Cole Anthony. Second core piece is going to be Max Christie. Third core piece is going to be LeBron. Fourth core piece is going to be Karl Anthony Towns. I know I hate giving you guys centers, but I love Cat today. I just cannot get away from Cat. Tyler Hero's out? Awesome. Awesome. I was hoping Hero would be out. I just need their starting lineup now. And I want to go. I truly want to go with where's he at? Jordan Poole. But I feel like the core is already a bit pricey, so I'm gonna try to give you guys a cheaper guy. If I can find who I'm looking for. Also, Julian Strawther. I don't think I touched on him. If you think this game's a blowout, he looks really good at 3,900. If he can get the extra minutes. I just wanted to say that. Last core piece for me is going to be Bilal Coulibaly. So that's your FanDuel core. Let's see what we're getting with that. Cole Anthony, Max Christie, Bilal Coulibaly, LeBron, and Karl Anthony Towns. Let's run that, and I'm going to drop it in the Discord. Post the core in there. 31 viewers. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows every day. Join our Discord. It's linked in the chat and down below in the description. And you can, in our Discord, you can always reach me. I'm happy to answer any of your questions in there after the slate locks and the show's off. You can reach me in there, and I'm happy to help you guys. I'm posting this core in the Discord, and then we're going to go over it. Alright, let's look at this. I don't like what we're getting right now. So Davion Mitchell, I can live with that. Max Christie, I like. Strawther, I just touched on him. And De Silva, he's fine today. But it's trying to give me LeBron, AD, and Cat together, like a Stars and Scrubs build. And while I do think LeBron and AD can both go off in this game, I don't want to play it that way. I kind of want to, for my single entries, I want to just pick one and go with it. So I'm just going to, just for right now, I'm going to take AD out of my player pool and see what we get. Is there a fee for the Discord? No, it's completely free. We do have a premium section that's $20 a month. I offer my projections and my cores in there daily, but that is not at all required. You join the Discord, it's free. You can ask me questions in there at any time. And if I help you win some money in the future, you can subscribe to premium. But it's not at all required. So now that I've done that, I'm getting too much Anthony Black with Cole Anthony. And I definitely don't want to run these guys together if Cole is starting. So let's take Anthony out and let's run it again. And why am I getting... Oh, I didn't take Tyler Hero out. Alright, here we go. Now we're starting to get where I want to be. So, this first lineup, I like this quite a bit. The only thing I don't like in this is Cam Johnson. I would replace him, but the rest of it looks fantastic. Happy to run this without the Cam Johnson. I'm going to go ahead and take him out too and see what we get. Okay. So, we get Clowney, we get Jovic. Other than that, I'm happy to run this. Happy to run it. Kamara is out. I figured he would be with that midday downgrade. Chris Murray out also. And we already know Hero's out. So Kamara being out does not do a lot for me. I think that Shadon Sharp is just going to move into that 3-guard position. Still going to have Scoot and Simons here. So not really going to change much for me for Portland. And with the Heat, Hero being out, I think it's just going to make Terry Rozier look a little better. So I like Terry. Let's move over to DK. Gonna go. We started the show a little early today, so we're gonna go on DK. 8,500 on DK for Scotty Barnes is a steal. Really love some Scotty Barnes over here. Happy to get to him. Austin Reeves, I told you guys talking on the FanDuel side, I already liked him. He looks great. Terry Rozier, now that we know Hero's out, I expect Rozier to step into his place. Very happy to get Terry. Borderline core piece, honestly. Westbrook, he's just okay. Bub Carrington, just okay. Cole Anthony and Anthony Black, same thing that I was talking about in FanDuel. If Cole plays, I really like Cole. If he's out, I really like Anthony. Scoot Henderson, price is a little more steep on DK, but I still don't mind getting him. I think he's going overlooked at only 4% owned. Jamal Murray, just okay. Simons, I'm not really interested. Just find an extra 300 and get the Scoot, in my opinion. Brunson's fine. Jordan Poole, I like. Davion Mitchell at 3,700, definitely viable today on DK. Tyrese Maxey at this price, even with the great matchup, I can't get there on DK. D'Lo, I love. D'Lo is a core piece for me on DK. He will be your first core piece. D'Angelo Russell. The 2-guard. Duncan Robinson looks pretty good over on DK at only 4,100. Happy to have him in my lineups. Got some more news. What we get? Just says Cole Anthony is a game time decision, which we already knew. Thanks for the update. KCP is fine. What I would do if you're building and you want to go cheap here, in order, Terry Rozier 1, and then 2 and 3. Duncan Robinson would be 2 for now, but if Cole Anthony's ruled out, that would bump KCP. So that's how I would play that. Bub Carrington, just a GPP filler. Same with Corey Kispert. Not that interested in Christian Braun. And Julian Strawther at 3,300. We just touched on him on FanDuel, but if you think this game's going to blow out, he should get the minutes to pay off that $3,300 salary. I did, James. Max Christie, 4,300. I'm happy to play him on DK today. Oh, I see what you're saying, James. Give me a minute and I will when I get done with DK. Kelly Oubre, don't mind him if Paul George is out, but if Paul George is in, I'm probably not there. Then no interest in the rest of those guys. Keyshawn George, I know he's only 3,700, but I can never trust this guy. If he lands in your lineups, I wouldn't panic, but I'm just not there. Josh Hart's fine. Tristan Da Silva at only 4,300, I really like over on DK. Really building stars and Scrubsy on DK today. Let's see what kind of news we get here. That's for tomorrow. Evan Mobley's out. And really nothing here. If you want to play some Jimmy Butler, that's fine. Power forward DFS at only 3,400. He's looking good at that price, but I'm not there. He's 16% owned. I don't want to eat that 16% ownership and him fail. Let's see what else. Derek Lively listed out for tomorrow. Yabasule's fine at 5,300 if he plays. Would prefer Drummond to be out though. Rui Hachimura at only 5K is very cheap. Really like some Rui Hachimura today on DK. Yeah, I seen Chris Murray was out. Jonathan Isaac, I have no interest in. Jeremy Grant, I'm not there. I mean, I get it's cheap for Jeremy Grant, but until he shows that he's back, I'm just not going to be there. Not really interested in Michael Porter. Nikola Jovic, happy to get to him now that we know Hero's out. LeBron still looks great over on DK. Sar at 5,500. I could actually eat that. That price isn't terrible. Kuzma, same thing I said about FanDuel with Kuzma. Khalil Ware, I like a lot. I think Khalil Ware is being overlooked. He's got the power forward eligibility now. He will be a lock for me on DK. If I can find him, where'd he go? Here he is. Moving over to center. Can I run? What is? Yeah, Corey, I'm using LineStar. So they have a ton of tools at your disposal. The whole optimizer. You can pick what kind of lineup you want to go for. I just use highest projected because I trust my projections. But they got high leverage. Build you a different tournament lineup. Takes into account ownership. Or a high safety one. Safer, probably more owned players. Tournament GPP, kind of a mix of the both. Like anything you need here. They got any kind of lineup builder you want in here. Moving back over to center today. Ayton 6,400. I would like him more if our boy was setting. Or Robert Williams was setting. Robert Williams in now. I'm not really there. Joe Val's fine at 5K. Podol 6,200. Don't mind it at all against Wendell Carter. Speaking of, he's next. Don't mind him at all at this price. Both of these guys looking really good. AD, I really like over on DK at only 10.3. He's going to be my next core piece. Really like some Anthony Davis today on DK. You can never go wrong with Joker. You guys already know I love Karl Anthony Towns, and he's cheaper on DK, so I'm going to have a lot of two center builds with AD and Cat tonight. I think Bam's fine. Kelly Olynyk at 3,200, very intriguing with Boucher, however you say it out. Oh, we need one more core piece for DK. I really wish I knew if Cole Anthony was playing. It'd make building this core a lot easier. But it's going to be Terry Rozier for me. So that'd be my DK core. D'Lo, Terry Rozier, Khalil Ware, and Anthony Davis. I'm going to run that and I'm going to drop it in the Discord, and then we'll look at it. Shout out to 8-Legged Ape. He was on Khalil Ware before anyone in the industry was. He told me last month he was playing him. Let's take a look and see what we're getting here now. So this first lineup I like a lot. Scotty Barnes was almost core. He was. And Cole Anthony, if he plays, is looking great. But we got to wait and see on that. And then you just got one filler piece here, which is Keyshawn George. I can live with him being my only question mark. So really like what we're getting there. That's on DK. Anthony Black, Terry Rozier, Denny, Barrett, Davis, Russell, Ware, Carter Jr. So I only like Anthony Black if Cole Anthony is setting. So if Cole Anthony's playing, I don't want any Anthony Black. But if Cole Anthony sets, then yes, I love that play. Denny, don't really care for Denny today. I'm just not on Denny, but if you believe in him, I don't mind it. He has the upside. And RJ Barrett, yeah, Barrett's price, he's solid. So that's my thoughts on it, Ronnie. Looks like a solid lineup if you believe in Denny and if Cole's setting. And where was Portland? There they are. I need to take, okay, it looks like he's already out. Yeah, Kamara's out. Taze Moore. I have no idea who this guy is, but that's a cool name, Taze. And let's see here. they still got Kamara starting. So I believe they're all out. Rerunning that for you. Yeah, that's what it looked like when it was reran with them all out. It's pretty much the same because we didn't get many of those guys. James. All right, so now, just if you guys got questions, hit me with them. The rest of the show, that is what I'm here for. I'm a free resource for you to use while you're building your lineups. If you got questions, ask me, and I'm happy to help you guys. That's what I'm here for. I want to see you guys win money. Bring up the percentage owned right here. You can see what most players' ownership is. LeBron being the most owned, followed by KCP and Wendell Carter. Max Christie, Terry Rozier now, getting a big bump. Black, Davion Christie, KCP, Grady, Banchero, LeBron, Scotty, Cat. Going full stars and scrubs, Chubbs. Let's look at... Let's see here. Where do you got Grady? In the small forward? So 4,800... Or, yeah, Grady costs 4,800. Grady's the only one I don't really like in that lineup. I would substitute him with Tristan Da Silva if it were me. But other than that, I think that's a very solid one. All Portland guys are out. What do you mean? Portland still got all their main guys. Kamara's the only one that really matters. I mean, they're gonna run Simons, Grant, Ayton, Denny, Sharp, and Scoot Henderson a majority of the game. Like, those 6 guys are gonna get all the minutes. All the minutes. And they're either gonna put Denny or they're gonna put Sharp into that small forward spot. The way Sharp's been playing, they might just slide Denny in there. At first I thought it'd be Sharp, but I think it might be Denny the more I think about it. But I love Scoot Henderson today. He's probably the only one I would consider. Maybe some Denny if Denny gets the start. Yeah, Kamara is an awesome defender. Kamara is an awesome defender. And I really don't mind the GPP Jimmy. He's needing to show off for his trade value. This was GPP for our single entry for DK. Like, I'm just running highest projected, and when I do a single entry, that's what I do. Is I run 150 lines for single entry, and then I just pick one that I personally like best. That's how I run it, Corey. Davis or Cat on DK. If I had to pick a single one, it's Davis. But I love them both, Ronnie. What's your core? I already gave the core out. The core's in the Discord if you want it, or you can rewind the video. Kuzma's going to be 15.4%. I think that's a little low. A lot of people are going to play that revenge narrative. Pool 15.9%. I think that's probably on par. I prefer Pool. I like Pool quite a bit today, personally. I haven't even started building yet because I need that Cole Anthony news so bad. Like, I really like Cole Anthony today, but I would hate to get all my lineups built and then them say, oh, he's not playing. Because that's the way my luck goes. Struggling picking between Poole, Kuzma, and Grant Simmons. I would go Poole and Scoot Henderson if it were me. I don't really care for Grant or Simons. The only two Blazers I really like today are Scoot Henderson and Denny if Denny's starting. I'm still up in the air if they're going to start Denny or Sharp at the small forward. I feel like the more I think about it, it's going to be Denny. Cole Anthony's starting? I ain't seen that. Last thing I seen was the illness. Game time decision. If Denny's starting, I love Denny. But I need confirmation before. Let's see if I can find anything. The latest. I'm still not really seeing anything. Aaron Gordon sneaky? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to get the minutes to matter tonight 8. First of all, he's still on a minutes limit due to his injury, and second of all, the game could be over by halftime. $4,600 forward on DK. Oh, you got loads of options. Loads of options. It's going to be Khalil Ware, like, without a doubt for me. But if you don't want to rock Ware, it's Braun or Da Silva. I mean, that's 3 options. Khalil Ware is my favorite option there. Then Tristan Da Silva, and then Christian Braun. Even Max Christie, if it's just the power or the forward spot. I love some Max Christie today. Oh yeah, he wins a ton of money, dude. He's a professional. This is what he does for a living, man. That dude's elite. Absolutely elite. CC Sabathia made first ballot Hall of Fame. Are you shitting me? Like, I think Sabathia was good, even elite, but I didn't think he'd be first ballot. I thought he might have to try a couple times. 35 viewers in here. I can't say thank you enough to each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. I truly do. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows almost every day. Join our Discord. It's free. Linked in the chat. Link down below in the description. Helps tremendously. D'Lo, Terry, Max, Tristan, Carl, Cole, Khalil, Davis. Oh, Kyle, I love that. I love that. Really like that, Kyle. Can I run a late slate? Yeah, I'll run one real fast, but I really don't play late slates. I play the main, and that's about it. That's what it's given for the late slate. I just haven't looked into the late slate enough to know if this is even really worth a damn. That's what it's on it. Come on, give us some news. Hey, I do like Dayron Sharp, bro. I do like Dayron Sharp. If you think that game's a blowout, Dayron is a good play in my opinion. Like, he's grading out well for me. I want to have some day run today. Who are you rocking for your pay up today, 8? Because most of the pay ups are pretty chalky. Like Karl Anthony Towns, they're still projecting him at 5% ownership. I just think that's very low. I love some Karl Anthony Towns today. Of course, you can't play Dayron if you play Karl Anthony Towns. Then, I mean, everybody else in double-digit ownership, all the way down to R.J. Barrett. Murray's ownership is 21% compared to Maxey's 17%. I like Maxey 8. I do like him today. As long as the game can stay somewhat competitive. Two studs I would get on DK would be Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis. Those are the two guys I'm rocking, like dual center build for me today on DK. Gonna be doing some stars and scrubs on DK today. I'm reading some stuff that's kind of blowing my mind. There's some people that think Khalil Ware may start in place of Hero today. I think it would be a good idea to do that, but I don't know if they do that. I mean, even Line Star's got Terry Rozier starting. That's who I thought would slide in, but if you wanted to, you could just take Haywood Highsmith out and replace him with Ware. Highsmith's been awful. So I think we're going to want to be over the field on Ware today. I just really wish he had that power forward eligibility on FanDuel. Can you just go with 2 point guards? Yeah. Thoughts on Terry Rozier, Eric Gordon, Denny, Ware, Davis, Russell, Braun, Cat? Don't mind that at all. You're hoping either Paul George misses or the game blows out for Eric Gordon to get value, but that's certainly a possibility on tonight's slate. I don't think Philly is nowhere near the same talent level as Denver, and that you can never play for a blowout, but man, this is just two different realms of basketball teams. Yeah, I know it, 8. I know he did. He did start after the halftime. I mean, he's just so much better than Highsmith. I don't understand why Highsmith is even still starting. Don't understand it. Oh, man. I guess they're going to wait till the last second to give us that news. Just give us a starting lineup at 6 o'clock. Yo, welcome to the Discord. Come on, and Smokey Irene. I appreciate you guys joining. Yes, power. I think that is definitely a good way to play. If Cole Anthony is listed as out, I really like Traveling Queen as a low owned value piece. Should get the minutes to pay off his salary. He is a good basketball player that just doesn't get the minutes. But if Cole Anthony's in, probably not going to be as excited about him. So, have to rock Sharp on FanDuel, Ware on DK. Yeah, I mean, Ware was a core piece for me on DK already. So, Jimmy is 21% right now. His ownership has went way up. But that's after the hero news. It was like 11% before the hero news. I like Jimmy Butler today. I know I don't like. I look at the graphs a lot like they're stocks, and I want to play the guys who've been playing well. But man, Jimmy's got to do something. His game has been terrible since coming back from injury, and he's wanting to get traded. He needs to show off. Do I like KCP? Yes, I really like Contavious Caldwell Pope, but I know the way you play. He is the second most owned player on the slate. He's at 32.8%. $6,000 utility on DK. I'm still in the late. 6,000 util, just pure projection. Be Wendell Carter Jr. And really no one even close. I'll say this: Wendell Carter Jr. If you want to play it conservatively, play it safe. Like, I'm very confident in Wendell Carter tonight. But if you really want to kind of risk it, Kyle Kuzma. I'm not one to believe in Kyle Kuzma, and I'm probably not gonna have much Kyle Kuzma, but he does have an upside. So it'd be Wendell Carter or Kyle Kuzma. One of those two. Still no news. Damn. How do we not have a starting lineup yet? The game's starting 33 minutes. We got news that Karl Anthony Towns is available to play. Josh Hart, cervical compression, available to play. Compression. They got Cole starting on FanDuel. I sure hope he does. But I can never trust FanDuel. I trust Underdog, and Underdog is it. FanDuel has burnt me plenty of times. Three Heat too many? Depends who they are, Corey. With as many games having as much of a spread as they do today, I probably only want 2 players per team, but you can absolutely play 3. If it's a guy like, if you're rocking Terry Rozier, Khalil Ware, and Jimmy Butler, yeah, sure. But I wouldn't want Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Khalil Ware. Jaime's ownership is 4%, 4.1%. I wouldn't really want any Jaime today. No, don't play Tyler Hero. He's been marked out, Corey. He's not playing. He is not playing today. Okay, well, there it is. Do not trust FanDuel. Cole Anthony is out, guys. Jonathan Isaac is in. Let me update the core in Discord. So We're going to replace Cole Anthony in our core with Anthony Black. That's the way we're going to play it. So I'm going to rerun our core. So Anthony Black, go ahead, get in here. The point guard, take Cole Anthony out, and Max Christie, and Bilal Calabi, LeBron, and Cat. So we'll run that and we'll see what we're getting now with our new core. And you want whose ownership? Reeves. He is 23.5%, but I really like Austin Reeves today. Mitt Robinson, Ware, Jovic. I think you could rock that. I don't mind that. So, the lineups we're getting now, I like a lot more than the ones that we were actually getting with Cole Anthony. I get Jordan Poole. I get Paolo. Like, happy to rock this, right, guys? And if you don't want to play Paolo, we got ones over here with Scotty Barnes. Like, this is probably my favorite right here. Default 4. Anthony Black, Jordan Poole, Christie, Calabi, LeBron, Duncan Robinson, Noah Clowney, and Scotty Barnes. I like how we're rocking now, guys. Looking really good on the FanDuel side now. Okay, no more updated news. Oh, shit. Gary Harris and Jet Howard were also ruled out, so I think Traveling Queen is absolutely viable, guys. I think Traveling Queen is definitely sneaky. Josh Hart is 15.3% on. 15.3. OG is 20.9. 20.9. Alright, I started the show early so I could get my lineups in. I'm just now starting to build because we had to wait on that news. Par for the course, right, guys? Getting more news. Let me check my phone and see what we're getting here. Lineup. Heat starting Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, Khalil Ware, and Bam Adebayo. So Khalil Ware is starting. Guys, Khalil looks amazing now. Love some Khalil Ware if you can get to it. Magic starting Anthony Black, KCP, Tristan Da Silva, Paolo, and Wendell Carter. I think Paolo looks great now as a pay-up too, guys. I think that minutes limit's going to be off, and they have nobody else on this court now that's going to be able to score the way he can. So I think Paolo Banchero looks really good. Bridges is 17.8%. Christie or Da Silva on DK, it's probably going to be close. I'll say this. I know for a fact Max Christie has a higher ceiling. Tristan Da Silva probably safer. Let's take a look at them head to head though. Max Christie, projection's a little low for me. I got him 2196, and Tristan 22.4. So I'd say Tristan's your safe pick. Max Christie, I would much rather have in a tournament I'm trying to win. Paolo Chalky, well, it hasn't updated yet. Paolo's currently at 14.8%. I expect that to go up now that we know Cole Anthony is out. So I would say he's probably going to be around the 18 to 19% owned. A lot of people are probably still wary of playing him. Raptors starting Scotty Barnes, Davion Mitchell, Grady Dick, RJ Barrett, and Podol. 36 viewers, thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I truly hope I can help you make money. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, it helps tremendously, and we do these shows every day. I'm a free resource to help you guys win some money. Everybody loves winning money, right? Robert Williams, I don't mind him in a GPP, but I wouldn't have him if I'm playing one single lineup. I know you played DK, and he looks a lot better over there. I'll say that. Yeah, I mean, he's fine. Like, if he's your last guy in, sure. I'm out on Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. But I think there is some guys you should look at, like Day'Ron Sharpe. He's over a fantasy point per minute player. And if he gets 22 minutes, he's easily paying off his salary power. But really, he's probably the only one I would care to play. And if you're playing on FanDuel, I just think you'd do so much better at center rocking Khalil Ware. Ware starting now, just looking fantastic. Still love Cat, still core piece for me. I'm gonna have north of 70% of Cat. Like, he is my flag plant today. That's who I want to be on. But I can't overlook, safe guys like Wendell Carter, Day'Ron Sharpe's upside, and now Khalil Ware's upside starting. Guys, late swap news is vitally important. Vitally important to the NBA. Join our Discord and I will update you guys on any late swap news we have, and you can ask me questions in there at any time about who you may pivot to. We also have our premium option, $20 a month, gets you access to our projections and our core if you can't make the show, and it helps me tremendously. Quit my full-time job to do this, and it is a struggle. So I want to help you guys win. That's my only goal, is to help you guys win. Mikal Bridges is 17.8%. Rozier, Queen, Denny, Khalil Ware, Davis, Russell, Brian Cat. I think it looks great, Ronnie. I would be happy to run that lineup. I'm not going to, because I will never run a lineup you guys post in the chat. I'm not in that business. I'm not selling lineups. I do not want to be duped with any of you guys. I just want to be a resource here to help you guys win, to help you make informed decisions on building your lineups. I cannot stand one single guy, Chris Ayer, on FanDuel. If you ever play a single entry, you'll see the dude. He has like 10 guys with the same lineup as him. That's all they do is play the same lineup and split the pots. Just pisses me off. There's no fun in that. right? Like you're not building your lineup. He's just okay, Chubbs. He's just okay. Chubbs, but we don't like collaborate about it. We just have like a similar mindset when it comes to DFS, you know. Paulo, no, it's still 14.8%, and I cannot. D'Lo is 3% owned on FanDuel. I cannot tell you to play D'Lo on FanDuel, man. That price is just criminal. $7,400 for him is just criminal. $4,700 forward. Khalil Ware by a mile, not even close. Khalil Ware. But if you can't afford Khalil, it would be Max Christie or Tristan Da Silva or Christian Braun. Any of those three guys are fine. I think Christie has the highest upside, with Da Silva being the safest. D-Rob or Da Silva on FanDuel? I think Da Silva is just much safer, Justin. I would rock Da Silva. Yeah, exactly. Eight-legged ape seen them before. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with it at all. Let's see, we're getting some kind of news. My phone's blowing up. Okay, so the Blazers starting Scoot, and Fernie Simons, Denny, Grant, Ayton. Knicks starting their typical lineup: Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, Towns. So that's what we got there, guys. Anthony, Terry, Bridges, KCP, Bilal, Benchero. Yeah, Chubbs. That's totally fine. Don't mind that at all. Grant Gordon. I just can't play Gordon, brother. Grant, like, I could see Grant's upside, but I couldn't get on Gordon with that minutes limit. He hasn't played over 22 minutes, man. That's starting Russell, Keon Johnson, Cam Johnson, Noah Clowney, and Nick Claxton. Yeah, I really like Rui today on both sides, honestly. $14 to lock, ladies and gentlemen. If you got questions, get them in. I'm just working on my own lineups in the background. And I'm probably going to make it by the skin of my teeth again today if I even make it. Here's to hoping, right? Thoughts on a Bruce Brown play? It would have to be a deep GPP. I would want him in one lineup out of about 150. Man, I'm really liking, really liking some Paolo now. Would I run Butler on DK? Yeah, I think that's fine. What's going on with the Discord, Corey? Yeah, I like Traveling Queen now too. I just replied to you in DMs. Send me a DM on there, Corey. Rui or Jovic for last man in on DK. It depends on your lineup and how many Heat players you have. Probably be Rui, but Jovic looks really good. My top small forward on DraftKings, just by pure projection, be Scotty Barnes. But by value, probably still be Scotty Barnes. Yeah, it's Scotty Barnes. Yeah, Terry's going to be chalky now. Let me refresh. Yeah, he's the third most owned player at 35% now. Jimmy Butler took a huge bump too. He's at 29%, and Paolo is now at 24.3%. Nine minutes to lock, gents. 9 minutes to lock. What's your name on Discord, Corey? I'll see if I can find you and see what the deal is. Also, guys, what's your thoughts on Dub Club? I sent out that message in Discord. I just want to get everybody's thoughts. I gotta do something to get more premium members, or I'm not gonna be able to sustain the business for that long. We create winners. There's no doubt about that. We got plenty of that. But I'm just terrible at marketing. So I should probably look into a marketer. Mega Man 302. So I just added you in the guest chat. Let me know if you can see that. Getting so many lineups with AD and LeBron together. Don't really care for that. Yeah, you will. Everybody will. You know I'm not gonna go back on my word. Never have, never will. So the cores are posted in the premium DFS plays chat. Of course, I talk about them on here for free. I don't mind that, but the cores are, you got to be a premium member to access them like 24/7. Do not like how much AD I'm getting with LeBron. Makes me slightly uncomfortable. Yeah, Rui looks great. I'm happy to get the Rui today. Kyle Rui? Kyle who? I'll check his ownership. I'll even refresh for you. 22.2% right now. I don't expect that to go up unless we got some kind of drastic news, which, I mean, it's DFS, that happens from time to time. Oh, I got you, machine. I prefer Scoot today. If you want to diversify and play him, I'm totally okay with that. But I'm on the Scoot train today, machine. I really like Scoot. He's my go-to guy today. Maxey and LeBron together? Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. I just didn't want LeBron and AD because, I mean, they're both superstars on the court together. They can absolutely both pop off, but I just prefer one or the other today. 3 minutes to lock, ladies and gentlemen. You got questions, please get them in. Yeah, and I think Denny's fine too, getting a start now. I think Denny's absolutely fine, and Scoot's been playing out of his mind. And I think Scoot's just being very overlooked. You said you're on DK. Let me see his. He's pulling 14.5% on DK, which is more than he's getting on FanDuel. On FanDuel, he's getting. Well, never mind. It went up 15.3 now. I guess people hopped on him when they heard his starting again, but I figured he was going to start. Brunson is 15.8% owned. Sneaky, sneaky good spot for Brunson today. Please, Aid, I'm begging you, go Brunson over D'Lo on FanDuel. Love D'Lo on DK, but on FanDuel, you cannot pay that price for him today. Yeah, it's because they suck. And, I mean, like, individually, like, some of the players don't suck. Like, Scoot, Simons, Sharp, Ayton, Denny, Grant. They're all good basketball players, but something's just going wrong there. They're just not gelling well. I think it's a coaching issue myself, but what do I know? 1 minute to lock, guys. We've held steady at around 35 or more viewers the entire stream. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. I appreciate you guys' time. I truly hope I help you win some money tonight. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps so much. And we do this show every night. Every night. Unless life pops up, which, you know, I'm a one-man show. You guys understand. Uber Eats 17.2% owned. But I love doing this. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. I want to see you guys take down tonight. Good luck. Join our Discord, completely free. Link in the chat down below in the description. You can ask me questions in there at any time. And then we have the premium option as well, which gets you the projections and our cores if you can't make the show. Thank you, Machine. I appreciate you, brother. Well, we will be live tomorrow night to do it all again. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you guys. Machine, listen, I ain't gonna get off right now. I want to tell you guys, anybody that's new here, the reason I started this is because these big companies charge so much. I quit my job to do this to charge a reasonable price. $20 a month for premium if you want to pay it. If you don't want to, you can watch the show for free and get the core. But you know, you look at Skokastic, it's $300 a month for NBA or NFL or whatever. Roto Grinders, outrageous. All these companies charge $100 or more a month. There's no reason for it. I research all day. I try to find the best matchups, and I try to help just normal guys like us win some money. I just couldn't justify and sit around watching these people take advantage of everyone paying these huge prices when the data is out there for free. I will spend my time gathering that data, finding the best matchups for you guys, and charge a reasonable price for it, not hundreds of dollars, man. It's funny you bring that up, Machine. He was the first guy I ever started watching DFS videos from, and I loved him. Then he joined Stokastic, and man, his personality just went in the shitter. The guy's an asshole, like straight up. That's all there is to it. And I don't mean anything bad about it. That's just my outsider view watching the shows. He's just an ass to the people that ask him questions in the chat. Oh, thank you, Machine. I appreciate every single one of you guys tremendously. But I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys have any questions, I'm in the Discord all night long. Happy to help you with late swap questions. Good luck, everybody.